The path I've taken from the streets of the Bronx to this moment on Hollywood Boulevard, and this all feels, I don't know, kind of surreal. I just wanted to be good at what I did. I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be a great singer. I wanted to be a great performer, to share the joy of entertaining you.
This is Hollywood, with the mecca of entertainment around the world. It all starts right here. This is what it all comes down to. It all comes down to your family and working hard to love and protect and do everything that you can to make your family and the ones you love, their lives better.
It's thrilling to have Anna May Wong, the first Asian American actress, as my neighbor. We could actually start our own little Chinatown right here.
I think about what a star is, and I think about a star being liked for so many people. A star you can always see even in darkness. So my hope is that anyone in this town whose dreams may be on life support, I want you to walk past this star in particular and know that I've been there. This one in particular is for the underdogs.
It's an incredible day. I'm trying to soak it all in. Here's the thing about these Hollywood stars. They're permanent. What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. Well, we get to see this star every day on the corner of Hollywood and Argyle.
Lo único que les puedo decir es que siempre recuerden que trabajando mucho, sin descansar y respetándose uno mismo y respetando a los demás, se pueden lograr cosas que uno nunca se soñó. Gracias a todos mis fans por estar aquí y un beso a Colombia y a todos los colombianos que están aquí. Gracias por venir.
I feel like a lot of people probably only ever thought I'd make it to the Walk of Shame, but here I am. Today for me is a celebration of something that my dad taught me, and that is to thine own self be true. And if you walk along this boulevard and you look at these names, there is a power that lies in that. There's a power in believing in yourself.
Hello, Hollywood! Welcome to today's Walk of Fame ceremony. I would like to give a shout out to our fans on Hollywood Boulevard here in the back. Let's look at this fashion today. Amazing, bringing it to Hollywood Boulevard. And also our fans on the live stream presented by our media partner Variety. I'm Nicole Mahalka, Chair of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. For today's Walk of Fame ceremony, we are taking it back to the old school and honoring one of America's favorite vocal groups. Today, Hollywood honors the Chi-Lites with the 2,702nd star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But before we invite Marshall Thompson, founding member of the Chi-Lites, to the stage, first let me tell you about the honorees. It all started in 1959 when Marshall Thompson formed a vocal group called the Highlights in his hometown of Chicago with fellow members Eugene Record, Robert Lester, and Creedell Red Jones. After releasing several singles on local labels, the group changed their name in 1964 to Marshall and the Chi-Lites. In 1969, they were signed by Nat Tarnopol and Carl Davis to Brunswick Records under the name the Chi-Lites, where they would soon become international superstars. Between 1969 and 1974, the Chi-Lites scored 11 top 10 singles on the Billboard R&B charts with hits that include Have You Seen Her? It's hard not to say it like that. A Letter to Myself, The Coldest Days of My Life, Stoned Out of My Mind, Are You My Woman? Tell Me So, and of course, Oh Girl, as well as many other Billboard charted singles. During the 1970s, the Chi-Lites were featured on television shows such as Soul Train, American Bandstand, The Midnight Special, Sammy and Company, the BBC's Top of the Pops, and the very popular Flip Wilson Show, where they debuted their #1 pop smash, Oh Girl. All of the Chi-Lites hits were written and co-written by lead singer Eugene Record, who would also become Brunswick Vice President of A&R. In 2000, this is amazing, BMI named Oh Girl the 36th most popular song of the 20th century. That same year, they were inducted into the Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame, followed by their induction into the Vocal Groups Hall of Fame in 2004. The Chi-Lites have also appeared on the big screen in the 1996 feature film Original Gangsters with Fred Williams, Jim Brown, Pam Grier, and Richard Roundtree, as well as the 2003 docu-movie Only the Strong Survive. In addition to being featured in many films, television shows, and commercials, the recordings of the Chi-Lites have been sampled by many artists, including Saweetie, Fantasia, Paul Wall, and Beyonce and Jay-Z, who sampled the Chi-Lites to create the Grammy-winning smash Crazy in Love. And yesterday, Mick Jagger announced that they will be covering a Chi-Lites song coming up. So how exciting, Trouble A-Coming. I also have to mention that their songs have been covered by many, and as a 90s kid, that's how I got to know Have You Seen Her when MC Hammer did it, so. Chi-Lites music is even currently featured in the MAC Cosmetics campaign, Cruella. Over the decades, the Chi-Lites have supported veterans charities, Ronald McDonald House, and UNICEF. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the original Chi-Lite himself, Marshall Thompson, who is accepting the star on behalf of the group. So I think that's a good idea. All right. Looking fly today, sir. But before we hear from Marshall, we have two guest speakers who would like to say a few words about our honoree. Our first speaker is a radio legend, a popular force in New York City and the nation. He has been rocking the box for more than 30 years. He invaded the New York City airwaves in the late 80s before there were hip-hop radio stations. He introduced the world to hip-hop legends like De La Soul and Public Enemy. Our speaker can be heard 7 days a week now, still on the radio. Please welcome to the stage, Jeff Fox.
Ladies and gentlemen, isn't this a glorious day? I mean, isn't this a glorious day? Marshall Thompson and the Shy-Lights. I don't think there's a day that goes by that I don't play Marshall Thompson sometime on Soul Town on Sirius XM. I must play him 4 or 5 times a day. They all call it Shy-Light Town. Ladies and gentlemen, it really has been a pleasure to know Marshall. We must talk on the phone 5, 6 times a day. And a man with this kind of history and this kind of knowledge, it just makes me grow. The stories that he tells will just make you flip. Let me share one. And this is the true story. This is the true story. As Marshall chases his dreams, he was always helping someone else achieve theirs, because that's who he is. This was back in 1968. At that time, Marshall was trying to get to Motown. and there was a show at the Rego. And on the show was Gladys Knight and the Pips, Bobby Taylor and the Vancouvers, and a few others. So Marshall said, oh, let me get to Bobby Taylor, and I'll be able to get to Motown. That was the plan. So he went up to Bobby and was trying to get his word in, and Bobby said, who's that down there on the stage tearing up the crowd? And Marshall said, those Joe's boys. Joe's boys were the Jackson 5. It was Marshall that introduced Joe Jackson to Bobby Taylor, and it was Bobby Taylor that took the Jackson 5 on to Motown. Marshall. That's what happened. Some of their records were such big hits. They were bigger hits before Marshall wanted the record to be a big hit. They were in St. Louis opening up for Jackie Wilson. And they did their thing, but Jackie said, time to get off the stage. So they started to leave the stage, and the promoter said, well, where you going? He said, well, Jackie said, we got to get off the stage. He said, you better go home, sing, have you seen her? He said, that's a B-side. We don't even know that record. The band don't know that record. And the promoter said, well, you better get out there and do something. They're going to tear this place apart. So Marshall said, well, we went out there a cappella, and we didn't really know the record. All we did is go do-do-do-do-do-do-do for about 20 minutes, and the people loved it. See, that's the music of the Shy-Lights. That's the music of the Shy-Lights. I've got a million stories to tell, but I got to say this is a pleasure, and this is an honor to be here today to see Marshall finally get his star on the Walk of Fame with the entire Shy-Lights family. It's been 62 years of greatness. 62 years. So let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, for Marshall Thompson and the Shy-Lights. Thank you so much.
Before we introduce our next speaker, we have a few celebrities in the audience who are here today supporting the Shy-Lights. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for Billy Griffin of the Miracles. Claudette Robinson of the Miracles. Singer Frida Payne. Additionally, a few celebrities who couldn't attend in person today sent best wishes and congratulations, including Janet Jackson, Eddie Murphy, Gladys Knight, and Beyonce. Woo! All right, our next speaker has been a television icon for more than 5 decades. He is best known for playing wisecracking J.J. Evans on the hit CBS series Good Times, which ran from 1974 to 1979. He won an NAACP Image Award and a Golden Globe nomination for Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series. Time magazine named him Comedian of the Decade for the 1970s. And who can forget his famous catchphrase, "Dynamite"? I hope I did that justice. Which turned him into an overnight sensation. He is also author of Dynamite, Good Times, Bad Times, Our Times. Please welcome the Dynamite Jimmy Walker to the stage.
Well, people, here we are, the Hollywood Walk of Fame, as we deserve to be, with the 62 years in the business at the top, the Shy Lights with Marshall Thompson, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as you know, I tour the country extensively, and I have toured with Marshall and the Shy Lights for at least 45 years, ladies and gentlemen. Matter of fact, I'll show you where we toured together many, many times, and this was our show from probably 1972 till now, ladies and gentlemen. We have the shirts still available out here. And you can see we had the Stylistics. This was a show now. Stylistics, Harold Melvin's Blue Notes, the Manhattans, the Delphonics, and the mighty, mighty Shy Lights, ladies and gentlemen. And I started with Marshall in Cleveland. We worked together at the Regal in Chicago, the Howard, the Apollo, the Peacock. We were all over the country. We have never missed a day. I love these guys. Marshall Thompson leading the way with Squirrel, whose son is out here tonight. That's right. Eugene Record, Creed, all these cats. We were together. We rocked it. We sold out arenas. We sold out places. Boom, boom, boom. The mighty Shy Lights. Ladies and gentlemen, I want everybody on their feet to meet and greet one more time my main man, Mr. Marshall Thompson. The mighty Shy Lights. Good night, and accept Marshall as the leader. Goodbye.
On behalf of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, we now declare today the Shy Lights Day in Hollywood. It is now time to hear from our honoree. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Marshall Thompson.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Thank you all, and welcome with so many friends. Love each and every one of you all. And they're streaming worldwide. Give that a big hand for the ones that's streaming at home. Having just celebrated my 79th birthday, August 24th, I am humbled to stand here before all of you all as a living member of the original Shy Lights. And to represent my present and original fellows that's looking down on us in heaven. standing beside me, giving me the strength to carry on. Eugene Record, Robert Squirrel Lester, Quidel Red Jones, the original Shylights. As founding member, longtime musical friends, Eugene Record, Marshall Thompson, Robert Squirrel Lester, Quidel Red Jones, have their family here. How about giving them a big round of applause? The family, the wives, the sisters, the grandmother, it's right here in front of you. It's been a long time coming. This is a dream come true. We come out of Chicago, Illinois. Southside, High Park High School, Inglewood High School, DuSable High School, and never thought we would be on the Hollywood Walk of Fame with a star. God is good. And it's so wonderful. We'd like to thank Jimmy Walker, my longtime friend on the road. The one and only radio top disc jockey. Now he will call him the Super Jock. How about it for the Super Jock? Jeff Fox. We'd like to thank BMI for doing their part to keep everything on the move. The record companies, the promoters, the disc jockeys, all over the world. We love them, each one of them. You know, I could tell you some things. Back in the day, Brother Gene Chandler know all of it. How about that, Gene? Gene Chandler, y'all. Give Gene a hand out there. Do cover, do cover. And you know what? We had a chance to audition for Mr. Nat Turnerpole. What a guy. I remember in Nat Turnerpole's office, I said, Nat, could you give us a hit? He said, Marshall, if you put it in the groove, I will make it move. And oh boy, he did. Oh boy, he did. And now his son is in charge, and we love him. He looks out for me, and the original Shylights go all the way to the bank. But you know, there's so many loved ones out there, we can only name a few, because I'll be up here all day trying to make it work. Oh, you better believe it. But I'd like to say to you, we were looking for that shining star. And you know, Nat Turnerpole was our shining star. And we'd like to thank God for Mr. Nat Turnerpole, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to say to you before I close, looking ahead, we never knew that we'd go this far. But who know where you're going? You know where you've been, but you don't know where you're going. The Lord is in the Lord's hands. He took us all the way to the top. I spoke at Michael Jackson's burial right here in Los Angeles, and I told the Jackson 5, Janet Jackson, Marlon, Tito, the mother, and Joe. I said, Joe, we started off together, and we will always be with you and the Jackson 5 together. Look at God. Shylights, the Jackson 5, Michael Jackson, right up the street. Now we will be truly with them into the beginning and the end of time, right here on Stone, in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. We'd like to thank the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce for picking us to do the job. Give the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce a big round of applause. I want everybody, get up out your feet for the original Shylights, Eugene Record, Robert Squirrel Lester, Quidel J. Jones, and the Omni Channel for doing so much out of Chicago, Illinois. Thank you so very kind. I love you. Let's party tonight, y'all. Let's party. We're going to party. Everybody ready to party? Thank you so very kindly. Bless you. We will recognize everybody that I missed tonight at the party. It's going to be a big party, so I'll see you there. Thank you. Well, one more time, I got to get out of here. But how about a big round of applause for the main lady, Frida Payne, ladies and gentlemen. All of those hits records. I'll get the rest of it all right at the party tonight. Thank you again.
Congratulations to the Shylights on your Walk of Fame!
Look at God, y'all. Woo! I done walked Hollywood 60 years. I never seen this. Aren't you gonna get money to it? Where's down? They get it all right.
We're moving a little forward. Can we put him a little forward? There we go. Perfect. All right, guys. Straight ahead. Marshall. Marshall, right here. To the right, sir. To the right. Can we just get a quick single? In the bottom. There we go. Marshall to the right, sir. To the right, Marshall, up top. Please step to the side. You gotta lean forward, sir. Lean forward, lean forward. You're the side, you're the side.
There we go, let's go, let's go.
All right, right in front of you, sir. Sir, right in front. There we go, one more, one more. He's looking at you.
Marshall, what are you doing?
Gina! Gina, where you at?
Gina!
Come over here. Come on, Gina. Thank you.
Guys, can we pull back the softball, please? All right, guys, right in front, right in front. All right, everybody looking straight ahead, please. Everybody looking straight ahead.
You know she used to do dance studio like you. Gina right here. Oh, okay.
Look this way, man.
One last time, let's get ahead.
Get him up.
Thank you.
Any other family? Any other family? Paul! Paul, come on.
Alright, everybody looking straight ahead. Right in front.
Yes. You've got a big size, but I like right there. It gets a lot of work. Anna. It takes every box from food. Just by himself. I want to get the top He's in the book of the making. Just the final, nice social photography. I think these are the replacements of the old.
No, the miracle.
Miracles.
Guys, right in front. Right in front. Right in front, guys. Let's smile. Let's smile. Straight ahead. Straight ahead. Straight ahead. Straight ahead. Marshall. Right in front of you, sir. Let's smile. Okay.
The miracle. This is the miracle.
Yes. Yeah, for the sun doesn't. You guys get right beside him so you're out of the sun. Come back a little bit forward so you're out of the sun. There you go. Yeah, can you take a half a step forward? Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, folks, looking straight ahead here. Smile. There you go. Perfect. Step forward. The young lady. There you go. One more. So you're out of the sun. There you go. To the right, everybody to the right.
We're all family. I'm Squirrel. And this is but we're all family. Gina! Junior! Junior! We want to go up there.
Yeah, with the plaque. All these others. Go forward to you out of the sun. There you go. There you go. Anna, by himself. With the plaque.
I got your daughters and all of them back there waiting. Okay,
Right here. Mr. Marshall to the right.
No, the chair of the board.
One more time.
I need a shot of Nicole and Jimmy.
That was the unveiling. I know. I'm okay.
Nicole. I don't want to stand on you. Right there, guys. Right behind him?
Thank you.
Huh? In the background.
Everybody smile on their Paul. All right. We got it? Okay, we got it.
His goddaughter. And then who's the other family? Tell me if you need anything really great.
off to the side so you're out of the sun, man. The sun definition. There you go. You can get closer, but just there you go. There you go. Okay. Number 13, Jeff. Where's George Joe? I need to stretch the spot.